次のテスラギガファクトリーについての話題をお伝えします。2022年8月6日、アメリカで次のテスラギガファクトリーはどこになるかについて話題になっていました。イーロン・マスクは次のテスラギガファクトリーの場所を今年発表する可能性があると述べています。この方はテスラの次のギガファクトリーは日本になります。大手メーカーはどこ？アメリカ、ドイツ、中国、そして日本。パターンが見えますか？と言っています。この方は、投資家は中国に依存するテスラを好まないでしょう。日本は熟した労働力を備えた素晴らしい市場です。と話しています。この方は、日本はテスラギガファクトリーのディスラプションの木が熟しています。日本でトヨタの最大の工場はどこですか？それは可能性が高い地域でしょうと述べています。次のギガファクトリーはカナダだという意見に対して、カナダはそうなるだろうけれど、今年の発表ではないという意見があります。次のギガファクトリーは日本ですと言い切る人も見られます。次のギガファクトリーはパナソニック近くの大阪にあると予測していますと述べる方もいらっしゃいます。岡山には4680の電池の工場があるので、岡山にギガファクトリーができるのではないかという話も出てきています。次のギガファクトリーの場所はどこになるか分かりませんが、今年の発表は間違いなさそうです。ぜひ日本にギガファクトリーができてほしいですね。このようなギガファクトリーが日本にできたら、ぜひ見学に行きたいです。
On-site solar, wind and geothermal sources. When completed, the building will have the largest footprint in the world and the second largest volume. Though Tesla has faced scrutiny for wastefulness within the factory, its master plan includes many energy-saving features. For example, excess heat from equipment such as compressors and high-temperature ovens will be able to not only run equipment efficiently, but to help keep the factory warm in the colder months. Tesla's Gigafactory also has a water cooling system that repels extremely low temperatures. Because of the way the air is here in Nevada, it's dry and really hot during the day, but it's very cool at night. We do have a 10 million gallon water tank out back, and it allows that water to cool down. We use it for air conditioning. A lot of the equipment requires chilled water to operate to keep it running, said Cito, a Tesla employee. Tesla's Vice President of Operations, Chris Lister, also spoke in video. We really wanted to get to a point where this is going to become a fully net zero facility, leaving zero carbon footprint, creating products that also leave zero carbon footprint. Nevertheless, Giga Nevada has turned a profit for the first time in 2020, thanks in particular to the substantial increase in demand for Tesla cars. For Panasonic, this means that they're very yielding returns, roughly 3.5 years after entering full production.
このような広大な土地は大阪よりも岡山の方が確保しやすそうです。
For the Tesla Model 3, which is the car that was supposed to make or break the company, and for which Tesla already had hundreds of thousands of orders despite first deliveries still being more than a year away. At this point, production had already started in the form of Tesla Powerwalls and Power Packs, which are meant for stationary energy storage for a home or a business. A Powerwall is a bit like an enormous battery hanging out on your wall for whenever you need it. One Power Pack, in turn, is 16 Powerwall batteries in a stack, and the energy stored inside. At least 5 states competed to attract GigaFactory by offering tax incentives, cash grants, and other methods in the hope of future business. California, Arizona, Nevada, New Mexico, and Texas, where San Antonio had offered bigger incentives with no sales tax but did not get the factory. States without sales tax were topping the list of preferred sites. Nevada estimates a tax. After sticky negotiations, Tesla chose the Tahoe Reno Industrial Center, or TRIC, as the location of the Gigafactory, mainly due to speed and a state of Nevada incentive package. Other location reasons were rail access, direct salability, and low air humidity to ensure less than 300 parts per million humidity in production. The TRIC owners gave the first 1,000 acres to Tesla for free. And of course, the factory is not without controversy. Not a whistleblower complaint with the Securities and Exchange Commission. In the complaint, he alleges that Tesla suppressed an internal investigation into various criminal activities that occurred at Giga Nevada during his tenure. For one, Hansen alleges that the company refused to inform the DEA and local law enforcement officials about evidence of cocaine and crystal meth smuggling occurring on factory grounds in connection with the Mexican drug cartel. Hansen also claims in it that the company successfully suppressed his internal investigation into the alleged. Following the complaint, Hansen went on to allege that Tesla fired him as an employee and then as a contractor because he was not a Tesla team player. The investigation was later shut down without explanation following months of work. Hansen detailed his entire story in a 3-hour-long interview. Always one for dramatic announcements, Tesla's controversial CEO Elon Musk declared that he planned to build around 100 gigafactories in the coming years. While that number is nowhere close to reality at the moment, there are several gigafactories being built around the globe. The first is Giga 2 in Buffalo, New York. Tesla's Giga New York was not originally a facility of the electric car maker. Instead, it was a factory of Solar City before the company was acquired by Tesla. Giga New York was intended to be a facility for Tesla Energy, producing the company's flagship residential energy product, the Solar Roof, among others. Tesla received benefits for Giga New 3, which broke ground this year, is expected to produce Tesla's Model 3 using a complete vehicle production line before the end of the year. A spokesman said Tesla is using what it's learned from its Nevada facility toward its upcoming China factory and hoping to use the original Gigafactory as an operational model for all future facilities. So many people have invested so much of their lives into making this successful. It really is a competitive advantage, but it is also so important in accelerating the advent of sustainable transport, he said. To help satiate their European market, Tesla is building another factory outside of Berlin, also known as Gigafactory 4. In a recent interview, Musk implied that the Berlin location would not make cars like the rest of the factories. Elon Musk promised the local-made Model Y would be a radical redesign of the core technology of building a car. Musk also spoke in the interview about why the construction is going so fast to speed up environmental changes, how it is going so swiftly with prefabrication techniques, and how well located Giga Berlin will be. However, Tesla is distinctly unwelcome to many Berliners who spurned a Google campus several years ago. Protests have begun and many people want the corporation to leave before they drive up housing prices. There are a total of 406 objections that have been raised about Gigafactory Berlin, with the most controversial ones being related to Tesla's water use, tree clearing activities, and the use of piles in its construction process. Tesla has responded to some of these criticisms by reducing its planned water consumption and using fewer piles on its build-out site. The opposition is also upset about the fact that Tesla had carried on with Giga Berlin's construction even before final permits were secured. Finally, the Giga 5 is being built just outside of Austin, Texas. The construction of Gigafactory Texas is a massive product, with up to 5 million square feet planned and numerous construction jobs poised to be filled. It remains unclear if a...
最後までご視聴いただきありがとうございました。チャンネル登録よろしくお願いいたします。いいねボタンを押していただけると嬉しいです。励みになります。